Yeah, welcome everybody to the press conference, DTM race 14 of the season, second race at the Red Bull Ring, and we have our three winning drivers here. René Rast, first victory of the season, the 11th different winner in 14 races, and René's first victory this season, and with BMW, of course. Second place, making it a 1-2 for Schubert Motorsport, is Sheldon van der Linde. Third time on the podium during this season. And then we have Thomas Breining with the sixth podium of the season, which makes him a new championship leader by 10 points. So René, big congrats. That was a real demonstration from you today. But one other thing is more important today. Maybe you can make it a very memorable day, or a member of your family.
Yeah, thank you. Obviously, a very special day, as you said. 26 pole position, the most in DTM history today. Then my first BMW win, and hopefully, maybe today or tomorrow, or maybe in 2 weeks, I don't know. But the calculated birthday is tomorrow. So yeah, my wife is waiting tomorrow at home, and hopefully still has 6 or 7 hours time till I get home.
Okay, yeah, but you have a good regret. You can say I did as fast as possible.
Exactly.
Driving today. So tell us about your fantastic race today. You had a pretty good start. Sheldon came very close in turn one, but after that it looked like a clear sailing for you.
Yeah, I mean, from the outside, probably it looks easy and boring, but from the inside, it doesn't. It's almost like a quali lap. Every lap, you try to not do mistakes. You try not to lose any lap time, because 1 or 2 tenths you lose. In this case, Sheldon would catch up, and I tried just to stay ahead and push every lap maximum. Which wasn't easy middle of the race due to the little raindrops falling, and because I was the first, I never knew where to brake and what to do, so I took a bit caution in that phase of the race. But overall, obviously a perfect race for us, for the team. They did an amazing job with strategy, pit stops very quick today as well. So yeah, big thanks to the team. I think they deserve that.
How did the drops of rain affect your strategy today?
Yeah, I think our strategy was very much dependent on the weather forecast and the drops of rain. We were waiting basically till the last minute to stop, because obviously if it would have continued raining more, we could have pitted for wet tires, but luckily it didn't, so we pitted for slicks like everybody else, and then at least we were on the same strategy like everybody else.
Did you expect more opposition from Sheldon?
I think he was trying in turn 3, the first lap, but then I got a momentum out of turn 3, and then he was too far away from an attack to turn 4, and then basically it's very difficult to follow another car, especially to turn 6, 7, and then I always could put a little bit of a gap, so he couldn't really attack me in those corners where you could in turn 3 or turn 4.
Okay. Yeah. Then thank you, René. Sheldon, P2, first time for you back on the podium, like René, like Norris ring. It's a long time ago. So, how was your start of the race?
Yeah, I'm super happy with the P2 today. I think it was the maximum. Like René said, I tried everything on the start to get past him into turn 3. Around the outside, tried to force him a bit more in the dirt on the inside, but he got better traction out of turn 3, and from there onwards wasn't close enough into turn 4. So I really knew that if it was going to happen, it would have been at the start most probably. But yeah, he drove a great race, honestly. I just never could get close enough in sector 2 to really follow and be close into turn 1 or turn 3 or turn 4. And he made no mistakes at all, so he made my life very difficult. I think we were pushing each other every lap. Absolutely on the limit to try and catch him, but he just didn't make any mistakes. I could get a bit closer when it started raining in the middle of the race, because obviously he was the first guy to hit the rain, so I could take a bit more risk to get closer, and I used him as a reference to see where he was braking and so on. But yeah, still wasn't enough, and lost a bit in the pit stop. But anyway, I think he did a great job today, and he deserves it.
The BMW were very strong with 3 BMWs in the top 4 today. What made the car so strong compared to yesterday, where it was good, but not at the front end?
The dry weather. I think the track was obviously dry for the first time on a race day this weekend, so that's obviously quite critical for us that we drive in the dry. I think the car was good yesterday for Rene. He was good enough to get in the top 5, so it was not bad yesterday, but it was just better today because it was dry.
Okay, now you still have very, very slim mathematical chance for
Very slim.
Yeah, you only need to score 2 poles and 2 wins for Hockenheim.
No problem, easy.
Yeah, it's easy going, yeah. But what are your expectations for Hockenheim, a track that also should suit the BMW?
I mean, last year was really good for us. We had 2 podiums there with 2 P2s for the championship. So I have good memories there, obviously, from last year. We're going to need a similar result to get P3 in the championship. I think that's a realistic goal. So hope Ricky is ready for that, for the fight for P3 in the championship. But yeah, it should be good. I'm expecting a good race for BMW in Hockenheim. We're always strong there and should be decent.
Okay, thank you, Sheldon. Thomas, P3 today, but a P3 that feels like a win after we did that season-long game of changing the championship lead with Mirko Bortolotti. Now it's back on you. I guess I never saw you so happy after P3 this season.
Yeah, it's for sure the happiest P3 of the year, but for a different reason. I mean, it's my home race, my home race weekend, so the whole weekend has been very intense and physically and mentally demanding, but it's a very emotional day for sure to celebrate the podium in front of my home crowd. I've had support this weekend like never before. For this, I'm really grateful, and obviously to top it off with a podium finish is great.
How was your race today? So you drove almost in the first and the second part your own race. So we're unchallenged from the back.
Yeah, I mean Marco from the back was a threat. At the start, I managed to get past Jack around the outside. He hit me quite hard, so I was scared for damage because I think he tried to overtake Sheldon down the inside, and then he just ran out of space in the end. But luckily it all worked out fine, and then I had some distant pressure from Marco. He was catching a bit, but in the end I just had to push all the time and make no mistakes, which is easier said than done, but it's regular business in DTM, and in the end everything worked out.
What were your thoughts when we had a couple of rain? Did your forecast say there will be rain or no rain? What was the strategy on that?
Yeah, this is exactly what we expected, and for the first time our forecast was true this weekend. Yeah, I mean, I just took a little bit less risk when it started to get slightly slippery, especially in Sector 3. Turn 9 was the first corner that was a bit sketchy, but yeah, they were too far away, so I couldn't really use them as a reference. But in the end, like I said, everything worked out, and except for those couple of laps where it started to be a bit strange, it was a really enjoyable race. I really loved it, and I'm already excited to come back next year. But first we need to finish this season in Hockenheim.
Yeah, first Hockenheim. You had a lot of pressure for your home race this weekend, but now in 4 weeks at Hockenheim there is even more pressure with you as a championship leader. You're now 10 points ahead of Mirko Bortolotti, who had really bad luck today. So 10 points advantage gives you a good position for the title fight.
Yeah, for sure. We're in a good place right now. But I mean, I already said it many times. I don't celebrate that somebody else is having a bad day or having an issue or crashing or whatever. We just focus on ourselves. And today we did for sure the best we could have done. And yeah, that's the only thing we can do in the end. You know, I mean, this is what we've been focusing on the whole year, just doing our job clean and drive as respectful as possible, of course. And in the end, this is also what worked for us this weekend, what always works for us. And I hope it's also going to work in 1 month at the final.
If we look on to Hockenheim, it's a track which you like, or which you think the Porsche is a quick car around that circuit?
Yeah, I think our car has potential there for sure. Especially the new one is maybe slightly better suited there. For sure, it's going to be a tricky weekend. They're all going to be very very fast, and it's going to be a huge challenge, of course, to conquer. I have good memories from there in the past. Maybe not from last year, but I've won a championship there in the past. So I'm really excited to come back, and well, I'll try my best.
You won the Porsche Carrera Cup there.
Exactly.
Okay. Then, do we have any questions from the floor? No? Then, yeah, thank you, everybody. René, best of luck from us. Keep the fingers crossed.
Thank you.
And, yeah, all the other guys also. And then see you in 4 weeks at Hockenheim.
Thank you.
Weeks.